Fans of Hallmark heartthrob Ryan Paevey are in complete shock today after the actor finally broke his silence in a raw and emotional confession that's sending ripples across social media. Known for his charming smile and calm on-screen presence, Ryan revealed a side of himself few have ever seen, one filled with exhaustion, heartbreak, and the painful reality of living under the spotlight. Just moments ago, Ryan took to social media with a heartfelt post that left his followers speechless. In the emotional message, he admitted that he's been quietly battling deep personal struggles for months, struggles that have affected his mental health, career decisions, and even his relationships. "I've been trying to hold it all together," Ryan confessed, "but sometimes pretending you're okay becomes too heavy to carry." For fans who have followed his journey from General Hospital to his reign as one of Hallmark Channel's most beloved leading men, this admission comes as a heartbreaking revelation. Many had noticed Ryan's absence from recent projects, sparking speculation that he might be stepping away from acting. Today, his message seems to confirm that painful truth. Ryan revealed that fame, while rewarding, has come at a personal cost. People see the smiles, the red carpets, and the movies, but they don't see the loneliness that comes after the cameras stop rolling. Sources close to the actor claim that he's been reevaluating his life choices, seeking peace and balance after years of constant work and public attention. The actor's words struck a chord with fans worldwide. Comments flooded in immediately, messages of love, support, and gratitude for his openness. One fan wrote, "Ryan, you've given us so much joy. Please take all the time you need to heal. We'll always be here." Insiders suggest that Ryan's emotional confession may mark a turning point in his life, possibly a decision to step away from Hollywood for a while. Though he didn't explicitly confirm his retirement, his words carried a tone of finality. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is to walk away from what's breaking you. While the future of Ryan Paevey's career remains uncertain, one thing is clear. His courage to open up about his struggles has only deepened the admiration of his fans. Behind the camera-ready smile and charming demeanor lies a man finally choosing authenticity over appearance. As one insider put it, Ryan isn't giving up. He's finally giving himself permission to breathe.
He starred in countless Hallmark movies, but nothing prepared Tyler Hynes for his first Publix experience, and fans are obsessed. Hallmark superstar and fan favorite, Tyler Hynes has had quite a busy year with the release of The Groomsmen trilogy, filming his on-screen reunion with Aaron Krakow and Christmas Above the Clouds, and the final installment of the Three Wise Men movies alongside Andrew Walker, Paul Campbell, and Kimberly Susted. And if that wasn't a full enough schedule, Hynes has filled many of his rare days away from filming with attending various fan conventions and events. Southern Living caught up with the veteran Hallmark actor during his first visit to Dahlonega, Georgia, for the Christmas in a Small Town convention. Hynes, a Canadian who still primarily lives in Toronto, hasn't spent a lot of time in our neck of the woods, but told us how much he enjoys each new place he gets to explore the South. You meet characters and people who are so unique to this part of the country, and it is my most favorite thing in the world. During their time in the South's favorite Christmas town, the stars stayed at the Mountaintop Lodge, and Hynes reflected on the warm, southern welcome he received when he arrived. "I walked into the lodge where we were staying, and everybody was there with a smile. They seemed so warm and welcoming. Certainly, the people are the standout thing here, but there's also a certain vibe that is similar to Canadians, similar sort of humidity and greenery. It reminds me of Canada a lot. It feels like I'm like a more turned-up version of it." Hynes' friend and oftentimes professional collaborator, photographer and director Joshua Schultz, met him in Dahlonega. Schultz, who lives in Florida, gave Hynes a truly Southern experience. He took him to get some essentials at none other than the South's favorite grocery store, and as the tagline accurately says, Publix, where shopping is a pleasure. Hines, upon learning this, laughed and agreed. Yeah, it was a pleasure, to be honest. That line alone speaks volumes. The pleasure wasn't just in the items he picked up, but in the feel of the place. For Hines, this wasn't a rushed stop. It was a genuine moment of discovery. On the surface, a grocery store visit isn't nothing headline-worthy, but dig a little deeper, and this is what makes it interesting. Cultural exchange. A Canadian actor known for heartwarming on-screen roles visits the American South and experiences the region in its everyday form, not as a film set, but as a lived-in place. Simplicity as charm. In a world of flashy celebrity moments, this is grounded. It's about strolling through a grocery store, noticing the hospitality, the ease, the familiar ritual of buying groceries. Relatability. Viewers of Hines's work, many of whom appreciate the gentle, feel-good vibe of Hallmark-style entertainment, can imagine themselves in that aisle next to him. Place identity. Dahlonega and the South at large are often portrayed through dramatic landscapes or tourist-centric lenses. This story shows the everyday side: friendly locals, a grocery run, the comfort of routine. The broader context of Hines's visit. While the Publix moment is the focal point, it came as part of a larger stay filled with fan events and film promotion. The convention in Dahlonega was set against the backdrop of his upcoming projects: the final installment of the Groomsmen trilogy, a new Christmas movie, Christmas Above the Clouds, and another addition to the Three Wise Men franchise. So this grocery store scene was sandwiched between autograph sessions, red carpet moments, photo ops, and film sets. But instead of being overwhelmed by the celebrity side of his visit, Hines stepped into a very normal environment and found joy in it. What the moment says about the South and about us. Hines's experience highlights a few interesting things. Southern hospitality isn't just a cliché. For many visitors, the South's reputation for friendliness holds up in everyday situations, from lodging to local shopping. Hines's story reinforces this. Travel isn't always about grand gestures. Sometimes it's about the small, quiet chapters. A grocery aisle, a friendly cashier, a local town that feels alive.
Celebrities crave authenticity too. Even for someone whose job revolves around stylized, scripted moments, the cut-and-dried experience of picking up groceries in a calm, welcoming setting can mean something. We humanize our icons by sharing small moments. The blog headline, "Tyler Hines just had his first Publix moment," feels playful, but it also works because we get to see a known figure acting like someone we could know. The store, a typical Publix location, likely staffed with the friendly, customer-centric employees the chain is known for. The setting, Dahlonega, Georgia, a small town with a cozy holiday town charm, which likely enhanced Hines's sense of being somewhere special, yet unhurried. The comparison? Hines noted how the vibe of the place reminded him of Canada's climate and greenery. Similar sort of humidity and greenery, it reminds me of Canada a lot. You meet characters and people who are so unique to this part of the country, and it is my most favorite thing in the world. Southern living. If you're a fan of Tyler Hines, or of the cozy, comforting brand of entertainment his films represent, this story adds a new dimension. It lets you see him off-screen, relaxed, open-minded, experiencing something simple yet meaningful. It creates a bridge between Hallmark-style star and guy who wanders into a grocery store, enjoys the vibe. That's relatable. It also reinforces the appeal of the South, especially for viewers of Christmas Town movies. The landscapes, the folks, the slower pace, they're not just background decor for a film. They're places that people actually live, visit, and enjoy. In an age of big headlines and high-octane celebrity stories, this one is beautifully minimal. Tyler Hines's first Publix moment wasn't about gala events or red carpets. It was about walking into a store, being greeted with a smile, and feeling like he belonged.
A trip to the grocery store, maybe, but also a reminder that charm often lives in the everyday. If you've ever lived in or even passed through the South, you know Publix isn't just a grocery store. It's an institution. And for Tyler Hines, one of the highlights of his first visit wasn't just the atmosphere, but the Publix sub, affectionately called the pub sub by locals. According to fans who caught wind of his trip online, Hines was encouraged to try one. Whether it was the chicken tender sub or a classic turkey and cheese, the actor reportedly got it, smiling in quiet agreement with what millions of Southerners already know. Publix deli sandwiches are a lifestyle. He might not have realized it at first, but that sandwich represented something bigger, a true introduction to regional comfort. It was food as connection, as community, as Southern charm in edible form. The moment also spread quickly among his fan base. Several Heinies shared the Southern living story on social media, celebrating his new Publix era. One fan joked, "Now he's officially one of us. Once you've had a pub sub, there's no going back." Fans loved it, and so did Publix. As soon as Southern Living's feature dropped, it caught the attention of the internet. Twitter, Facebook, and even Reddit threads lit up with commentary about how endearing it was that Tyler Hines, the polished Hallmark leading man, could get so excited about a grocery store. Publix fans, never ones to miss a wholesome opportunity, chimed in with their own first-time experiences. It's not just the sub, one person wrote on X. It's the people. It's the way they help you find the best peaches. It's the way everyone smiles at you like they've known you for years. And that's exactly what Hines experienced. Not just the food, but the feel. The same authenticity he brings to his movies, that soft-spoken sincerity, that patient warmth, mirrored what he found in Publix. For him, the store embodied the exact qualities he often portrays on screen. It didn't take long before the hashtag Tyler Hines Publix moment started trending among Hallmark fans, turning this low-key errand into a symbol of everything people love about both the actor and the South. To outsiders, Publix may seem like an ordinary grocery chain, but Southerners know better. Founded in Florida in 1930, Publix has built its reputation not only on quality products, but on its people. It's known for spotless aisles, cheerful greetings, and employees who actually walk you to the shelf instead of pointing from afar. The company motto, "Where shopping is a pleasure," isn't just marketing, it's a lived experience. And for someone like Hines, who spent most of his life in Canada and filming sets across North America, it stood out instantly. There's just something about the South. People slow down, they talk to you, they care about your day. You can feel it. That comment struck a chord online because it echoes what many Southerners feel proud of, a culture built on kindness, conversation, and connection. What made the story so captivating wasn't the celebrity factor, it was how normal it all felt. No paparazzi, no entourage, no product placement. Just Tyler Hines, a man with an easy smile and a laid-back charm, walking through the aisles, picking out snacks, chatting with locals, and being genuinely curious about it all. He later described the trip as comforting in a way that felt like home. It reminded him of childhood grocery runs in Canada, the kind of everyday experiences that root you no matter where you go in the world. For Hines, who's spent the last several years jumping between filming schedules and conventions, this was a pause, a gentle reminder that the simplest interactions often carry the most warmth. The Southern Living feature painted Hines as a visitor who wasn't just passing through, but truly immersed himself. Writer Caitlin Yarborough described how his genuine curiosity mirrored what fans love most about him, his ability to make every experience seem meaningful. The piece also reflected something bigger, a reminder that Southern culture isn't all about grand gestures or opulent hospitality. Sometimes it's as small and sincere as a grocery clerk asking about your day. When asked if he could see himself living somewhere in the South one day, Hines chuckled and said, Absolutely. It feels like a slower, sweeter version of home. That quote instantly became a fan favorite. One Twitter user reposted it with the caption, "Tyler Hynes belongs in a Hallmark movie set in Publix. Imagine the meet cute over the last loaf of cornbread." From screen to store. A symbolic connection. What makes Hines' Publix visit poetic is how it mirrors the themes of his movies. In Three Wise Men and a Baby, Time for Him to Come Home for Christmas, and Falling for You, he plays characters who rediscover joy through small moments and meaningful connections. His Publix adventure is almost like a real-life version of those plotlines, a spontaneous detour that leads to something heartfelt. For fans, it was confirmation that the man they adore on screen carries that same genuine warmth off camera. It's one thing to act like a small-town gentleman in a Christmas movie. It's another to actually live that way when no one's watching. The term Publix moment has now become a lighthearted way to describe a random and heartwarming Southern encounter, whether it's being helped by a stranger, sharing small talk at checkout, or discovering comfort in unexpected places. For Hines, it wasn't just a shopping trip, it was a connection point to the fans, the culture, and the charm of simple living. And for Southern living, it was the perfect headline to capture that essence. Tyler Hynes just had his first Publix moment, and it was pure Southern charm. Even weeks after the article dropped, fan comments continued flooding in. "I love how grounded he is. This is why Tyler Hynes is the unofficial king of Hallmark." Only he could make grocery shopping sound romantic. Beyond the Publix buzz, Hynes continues to work on several Hallmark projects, including Christmas Above the Clouds, expected to premiere later this year. Fans speculate the film will carry the same heartwarming tone that defines his brand: gentle humor, emotional depth, and everyday magic. He's also been quietly expanding his work behind the camera, collaborating with longtime friend Joshua Schultz on creative projects that explore human connection in modern settings. But no matter how far his career takes him, fans say they'll never forget this story, the one where Tyler Hynes didn't need a film set to spread feel-good energy. He just needed a shopping cart and a smile. In an era where celebrity headlines are dominated by drama, luxury, and excess, Tyler Hynes' Publix story stands as a refreshing contrast. It's not a tale of extravagance. It's about authenticity, humility, and genuine delight in the ordinary. It's also a reminder that charm doesn't always come from glamour. Sometimes it's as simple as chatting with a cashier, savoring a sandwich, and feeling at home in a place that welcomes you like family. For Hynes, it was just a grocery run. For fans, it was proof that the magic he brings to the screen exists in real life too. And for everyone who's ever had their own Publix moment, it was a nod to the beauty of slowing down, noticing the world, and finding warmth in the simplest corners of life. So yes, Tyler Hynes' first Publix moment wasn't just pure Southern charm. It was a reminder of what makes people fall in love with the South and with Tyler all over again. After the Southern Living article went live, Dahlonega locals began sharing their own stories about Tyler's brief stay in town. A barista at a local coffee shop recalled that he stopped in one morning before the fan convention, ordered a simple black coffee, and left a generous tip. He was polite, quiet, and thanked every single person who said hello, she said. You could tell he wasn't playing a role. That's just who he is. Another resident wrote on Facebook that she saw Hynes at the Mountaintop Lodge lobby chatting with guests about the area's hiking trails and the local gold mining history. He was genuinely curious about our little town, she said. It wasn't that Hollywood kind of curiosity. It was real, the kind that makes you proud to show someone where you live. And then came the Publix employees. Word spread that a Hallmark star had walked their aisles, and those who interacted with him said he was just as humble and charming as fans imagine. One cashier told Southern Living follow-up reporters that he didn't act famous at all. Another bagger said, he looked around like he was at Disney World, all smiles and wonder. The local paper, the Dahlonega Nugget, even ran a small sidebar story calling Hines the politest visitor we've had in years. It wasn't an exaggeration. The man known for portraying quiet, kind-hearted characters truly left that same impression in real life. How a simple trip became a Southern snapshot. What made this Publix story resonate nationwide wasn't the scale of it was how small it was. In a time when celebrity news is often about red carpets, feuds, or flashy purchases, this was about a grocery store and a man who found joy in it. Hines's reaction to Publix revealed something essential about the South's allure. It isn't defined by wealth or spectacle. It's defined by moments that feel lived in. A friendly cashier, a warm greeting, a stranger calling you "hun" without thinking twice. These are the hallmarks of a Southern experience. And Hines, a man known for capturing heartwarming emotion on screen, experienced it firsthand. In that store, surrounded by locals, he wasn't Tyler Hines, the Hallmark star. He was just Tyler, a man discovering the everyday magic Southerners have known for generations. As one fan put it in a Facebook comment, only Tyler Hines could make a grocery store trip feel like a Hallmark scene. You half expect snow to start falling in aisle 5. The Publix moment phenomenon. After the article dropped, fans started sharing their own Publix moments. It became a wholesome trend, people describing simple acts of kindness or unexpected joy they'd experienced at their local stores. Some shared photos of smiling employees who'd gone above and beyond. Others posted snapshots of their favorite pub sub, captioned with things like, "Having my Tyler Hines moment today." It wasn't marketing. It wasn't planned. It was pure, organic positivity spreading online, something increasingly rare. The phrase Publix moment started appearing across social media platforms, often tagged alongside pictures of sunsets, friendly encounters, or small acts of gratitude. The story had transcended Tyler Hines himself. It had become a symbol of appreciating the little things. Even Publix's own social media accounts got in on the fun. On X, they reposted Southern Living's article with the caption, "We're glad you enjoyed your first Publix trip, Tyler. Y'all come back anytime." That tweet alone racked up thousands of likes and hundreds of replies, with fans jokingly asking for Hines to star in a Hallmark movie titled Love at Publix. Imagining Love at Publix, a Hallmark story waiting to happen. Fans didn't stop there. Within hours of the story going viral, online fan communities started crafting imaginary plot lines for a movie inspired by the real-life event. The concept? A northern journalist visits a small Georgia town to cover a story only to fall for the store manager of a local Publix during the holidays. Complete with twinkle lights, mistletoe in the frozen food aisle, and a snowstorm that traps everyone inside overnight, it practically wrote itself. All he needs is a meet cute at the deli counter and a lesson about Southern hospitality. Boom. Instant Hallmark classic. Even Hallmark Channel's official Instagram subtly joined the fun, posting a photo of Tyler with the caption, "The charm travels with him, even to Publix." The idea caught on so much that fan petitions circulated online urging Hallmark to greenlight a Publix movie. Whether or not that ever happens, the joke cemented how much affection fans have for this story. Not because it's funny, but because it's so human. This story also shows the quiet influence Hines has built in recent years. Unlike flashier celebrities, he's known for his humility, his respect for fans, and his deliberate avoidance of the spotlight when he's not working. He rarely posts about luxury or fame. Instead, his social media is filled with behind-the-scenes snapshots, crew appreciation posts, and messages of gratitude. Fans often describe him as the definition of grounded. So when he described his Publix experience as a pleasure, it felt real, not rehearsed. It was the same sincerity he brings to his roles, but this time it was unscripted. One longtime Hallmark viewer commented, "That's what makes him special."